Lorne Lanning has announced that the PC release of Oddworld Soulstorm will be an Epic Games Store exclusive. Judging by promo shots, it will be coming to consoles, at least on Xbox and likely PlayStation, unless I'm severely mistaken. But on PC, it will only be available on the Epic Games Store. Here is Lorne's full statement. What I would like to do is provide you with the reasoning that went into bringing the PC version of Soulstorm to the Epic Games Store as an exclusive, because you deserve to know. We've been financing Soulstorm 100% ourselves. Soulstorm is our most ambitious game ever, and we are committed to creating a great game that meets the highest level of quality. But to create the version of Soulstorm we want and you deserve, we need additional financial assistance. Ambition is important, and it pushes me to try to overachieve. What pushes me even more is my commitment to you. You deserve great games. As an indie publisher, we must evaluate partnerships that will help us achieve our goals while protecting our vision for Soulstorm and the Quintology. Epic supports our goal and commitment and is willing to help us achieve them by providing us with an advance on our PC sales, and we are incredibly grateful. Now, I'm naturally a console gamer. I play on PC if I have to, or if it's more convenient for some reason. But otherwise, I'm perhaps not the best person to speak on the matter, as I don't particularly know a lot about the whole PC Epic Games thing, but I did already know enough that I figured maybe a few people would be annoyed by this maybe. I've been trying to decide for a while now whether to get Soulstorm first on console or PC, but even if I did decide to go with PC, I personally, from what I've read, don't really care about it being an Epic Games Store exclusive. You know, I already have the Epic Games Installer installed and all that, so I don't really mind. Originally, I'd have considered that maybe I think this just because I probably don't know a lot about the whole situation as to why it would be a problem, but I've since read up on it, and from what I can tell at least, I don't really think it should be a problem, at least for me. It's not like if they made it an Xbox exclusive where folks with PlayStation would have to buy another console to play it. As far as I can tell, the worst thing for people here is that they'd have to install a free installer if they didn't already have it. As a result, I don't really think anyone should be annoyed by this, except Steam, I guess. I bet they're pretty pissed. If Oddworld inhabitants are doing this, then clearly they're doing it for a reason. As Lorne said, Epic Games is providing them with the financial resources to make Oddworld Soulstorm to the standard they want it to be. They're doing this for us, because they apparently consider this to be the best way to make Soulstorm into the best game it can be. I must say it's a pretty surprising move, considering it's such a big deal so late in the game's development. But if they've managed to do what we've seen so far 100% self-financed, it'll be interesting, I guess, to see what they're gonna do with the big bucks from Epic. I also just realised the irony of Oddworld Soulstorm being an Epic Games Store exclusive, but being built using Unity, a rival game engine to Epic Games' Unreal Engine 4. I wasn't the only one who thought that there might be a backlash for this move, however. Apparently, Lorne even locked his Twitter account briefly, as he was expecting to get a lot of new haters today. However, he went on to say that the community proved largely tolerant and supportive, which is a great sign. Actually, I've read articles which even point to this, praising Lorne for being the top bloke that he is and handling it with immense class and transparency, which has apparently largely resulted in very little, if any, negativity. I didn't particularly look very hard, but worst comments I saw were from people who said they find it a shame to see another game become an Epic Store exclusive, but support Oddworld regardless, and support that they do what they feel they need to. That being said, I have heard from other sources that people aren't happy about Soulstorm being an Epic Games exclusive, despite what I've just personally read. So who knows, maybe I'm wrong about that, and maybe I'm wrong about it being not a massive problem as well. Maybe it is a bad thing. As I said, I'm not the best person to say either way, I'm just going by what I've read so far. It's quite possible that there are things to be concerned about regarding the Epic Games Store. Maybe this is absolutely disastrous, the worst thing that could have happened. I don't know, I'm just saying, from what I've looked into, I don't think there's much to be worried about. Of course, it's an interesting debate, and I'm sure that there's more to be said and find out. I'm just trying to look on the brightest side and point out that it ultimately doesn't matter. Soulstorm is an Epic Games exclusive, and even if we don't like it, there's nothing we can do about it, so we just have to trust that Oddworld inhabitants are doing it for a good reason. And anyway, Lorne seems to believe the reaction to this move was a lot more tame than he was expecting. I'm sure we all look forward to playing the game when it finally gets released, and that surely looks more certain thanks to this deal, especially considering that there were rumours within the past couple of years, a few people who thought this game might never get released and Oddworld inhabitants had run out of money and thus Soulstorm was being shelved. I've always thought these rumours have been rubbish, at least in my opinion, when people outright say this as though it's a fact. But needless to say, this move pretty much clears up any concerns regarding finances, I think it's safe to say. So, you know, there's always things to complain about, there's always negatives and there's always positives, and I'm not trying to dismiss dismiss any concerns people have about this or say, oh yeah, this is great. I'm just saying I'm personally not particularly concerned about this move, but as I've said, I don't know much about the Epic Games Store, so it's an interesting topic to discuss, and it'll be interesting to learn more about what this truly means for Oddworld Soulstorm and its eventual players. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I guess all we can do is wait and find out. But from what I've read, the Oddworld community generally seems to be strongly behind Lorne and the Oddworld Inhabitants team as always, and surely it's good in some ways at least that Oddworld Soulstorm is getting investment it probably deserves.
Hello, follow me.